Hello friends, and welcome to Rhythm of Yoga. My name is Hannah, and I'll be guiding you through this beginner's practice today. So for today's practice, we don't really need any props. If you'd like to have a comfy blanket or pillow or something like that for your short Savasana at the end, where we just get nice and comfy and lie on the floor, then that's up to you. But other than that, we should be good to go with our mat and some nice comfy clothes. So we'll go ahead and get started, coming to standing position at the top of our mat. So we're going to come to the top of our mat, and we're working on a nice strong stance. So work on bringing the big toes to touch and the heels slightly separated, if that's comfortable. If that is uncomfortable for your body, then you can take the feet out a little bit further apart until you feel that nice grounded and rooting feeling. So from here, just feel that nice energetic pull toward the earth through the bottoms of your feet. Notice that sweet connection here. And then maybe even slightly lift the toes from the floor, just to feel yourself kind of pressing and grounding in. And then feel that energy just rise from the heels, from the soles of your feet, up the calves, the shins, the knees, up through the thighs and into your hips. Feel that strength in the belly, so a slight pull in the low belly, just giving that nice strong power center. And feeling that energy, that strength energy, rise all the way up to the shoulders. So feel this kind of roll back in the shoulders as you let the shoulder blades kind of slide down the back, and the heart is open, resting that heart open, resting the shoulders. And from the shoulders, feel the spine grow long out through the crown. So kind of like the head's just floating over the tops of those shoulders. Nice. And take your hands down by the sides, allowing the palms to shine forward. So just open palms to the wall directly in front of you. And just close your eyes here and notice that grounding feeling. So find your connection to the earth below. And let's connect to our breath. So we'll begin to bring in our Ujjayi breath for this practice. Breathing in and out from the nose with a slight constriction at the back of your throat. So that same feeling when you go to fog up a glass. Only with the mouth closed on inhales as well as exhales. So it should sound just like waves in the ocean or a breeze through the trees. You should be able to hear your breath and notice the warmth in that breath filling the body. So we'll take a few Ujjayi breaths here. From here, let's go ahead and sweep the hands up toward the sky, and all the while kind of reaching the fingertips out and pulling that energy up through the palms. As you gaze up to the thumbs, bring the palms to touch. Feel that nice length through the body. And as you exhale, the hands come apart and sweep down toward the earth. So always finding that grace in our movement and that nice, beautiful reach. Beautiful. Take the hands all the way down to the floor here and allow the crown of your head to fold in. Inhale, take your hands to your shins and press into the palms as you lengthen out through the spine. So feel that press into the palms, into the shins, as we find a nice long straight spine. So our gaze is straight down, the crown of your head is reaching toward the wall in front of you. Those shoulders are kind of nice and open, so the heart space is open. We're not rounding here. We have that nice open space. And smile. And as you exhale, go ahead and fold back down. Just let your hands fall toward the earth, the crown of your head fall toward the earth. Awesome. Let's do that a couple more times. Warm the backs of the legs here. Inhale and lengthen out through your spine. Exhale and drop into that fold a little bit further. Use those breaths. Inhale brings us nice and long through the spine. Exhale takes us deep into that fold. Awesome. Let's take it one more time here. Inhale and lengthen out through the spine. And exhale, slowly lower into that deep forward fold. Awesome. Take a slight bend into the knees here. And let's sweep the arms out as you gently rise up. So reverse swan dive, rising all the way up, nice and slow. Reach the fingertips up toward the sky and gaze up. As you exhale, take your hands down to heart center. Samastiti, mountain pose. So from here, let's inhale and sweep the arms up high. And as you exhale, slight back bend. So reaching the hands back as you gaze toward the fingers behind you. Inhale, rise back up to center. As you exhale, take the hands together, reach up through the fingertips, and then lengthen over toward the right side, keeping the heart tilted toward the sky and the gaze up past your left tricep. Inhale, bring it back to center, and as you exhale, gaze up past the right, reach the fingertips over toward the left. Nice side body stretch. Inhale, back to center. Release the hands, and let's exhale and sweep the hands all the way down to the earth and into that deep forward fold. Inhale to that half lift, flat back as you lengthen out through the spine. Exhale and fold nice and deep. Slight bend in the knees as we reverse swan dive, bringing the warmth into the body here and rising through that energy. Reach the fingertips high. Exhale, take your hands back to heart center. Awesome. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, reach those palms back for the heart opener. Inhale, lift up high. And again, interlace those hands and lean to the right as you gaze up past the left, open heart space. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale to the opposite side, gazing up past the right. Inhale, bring it back to center. And as you exhale, let's go ahead and sweep all the way back down, feeling that nice floating feeling and into that deep fold. Starting to feel warmth in the backs of the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold nice and deep. Inhale, slowly reverse swan dive. Rise all the way up and into that extended mountain as you gaze to the thumbs. And exhale, open heart. Inhale, lift up toward the sky. Keep that reach. And then let's take it over toward the right. One more time in our side body stretch. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the left as you gaze up past the right. And inhale, back to center. This time, let's just take the hands right back to heart center into Samastiti, mountain pose. So again, feeling that nice solid rooting in through the feet. Always coming back to our breath. So it's hard to remember when we first start out in our practice, but that Ujjayi breath, that's what we want to keep throughout this practice today. Continuing with our warmth. So in through the nose, out through the nose with that slight constriction at the back of the throat. Feel the air swirling down and into the lungs, filling through the body. Awesome. So from here, again, option to keep the feet a little bit further apart if this is where you're comfortable, or working on bringing the toes together and the heels slightly separated. So just coming in nice and close. Feel again that rooting energy, and we're coming into our chair pose. So we're going to start to send the hips back. So hinge the hips back. Make sure that when your knees start to bend, you can still see your toes right past the knees. And then think about energetically pulling the legs in toward each other. So really pressing into the earth strong and engaging through the legs. And then feel a slight tilt as that low belly kind of pulls in. So we're just giving ourselves that nice engagement in the abdominals. And you might start to feel that warmth already building. Stick with it. Find as much strength as you can here. And know that we are causing change with this intensity. Let's go ahead and bring the arms up high. Hold on to the pose for one more big breath. Maybe even gazing up to the thumbs if you can gaze past the fingertips and bring the palms to touch. As you exhale, come to stand and take your hands to heart center. Beautiful job. Let's do that 2 more times, a little bit shorter this time. So again, squeezing thighs, send the hips back, feel the belly pull in. So it's kind of like that crunch feeling already right here. Reach the hands up high and maybe bring the palms to touch and gaze to the thumbs. If that's uncomfortable, stay open. Beautiful. Rise up and take your hands to heart center. Let's do that 1 more time. Really working on bringing that awesome strength in. You got this. Inhale, bend the knees, check the toes, feel the thighs squeeze in, belly pulls back. Reach the arms up high. Beautiful job, you got it. And from here, stand and take your hands to heart center. Awesome. Go ahead and wiggle those hips out, releasing any of that tension, just feeling that nice warmth in the belly and feeling that awesome belly warmth spreading through all the muscles of the body. Awesome. So from our standing position here, let's go ahead and step our right foot back nice and far. So we're going to step the right foot back and then come up onto the back toes. So we have a nice wide stance here. We're on the back toes and then we're facing directly in front of us. So feel that the left toe is pointing forward and then a little slight external rotation. So we don't want that knee falling in, just keep it nice and open. Awesome. Start to bend in that left knee as you lengthen out through the right leg. You might want that right foot to slide back a little further to find your depth. You might want to stay up a little higher. Wherever you are, just think about finding a space that's challenging for you so we can build that strength and flexibility here. Inhale, let's reach the hands up and gaze forward. Feel the hips square to the wall in front of you and then that little belly pull in. So trying to just keep that nice tummy control. From here, as you exhale, let that right heel spin down to the floor so that the right knife edge of the foot is parallel to the short side of your mat. And the toes stay pointed forward here. Heels about in line with each other here. And this time, warrior two. We're reaching the arms out to a T. We're keeping that knee bent and keeping that external rotation so the knee's kind of opening to the wall behind you. And the hips and the shoulders stay square directly in front of you. Reach the arms out to that T and then gaze over toward your left fingertips. Warrior two. From here, coming into our reverse warrior, so trying to keep the legs, try not to lift out of that left bend and lift your left arm as you allow your right arm to slowly lower. Keep the heart open up toward the sky and length through the body as we gaze up past the left fingertips. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center, straighten out both legs, and then slide your heels in and toes out. Wonderful job. Sweep your hands up toward the sky, 5-pointed star. So noticing yourself rooting into the earth and reaching up through the sky, find all that beautiful energy and strength in between the hands and the feet. And from here, let's start to bend in the knees. And as we're bending in the knees, trying to keep the shoulders above the hips. So we're not leaning forward here. We're using that abdominal control. And take your hands to heart center. Wonderful job. As you inhale, rise back up and into that 5-pointed star. Beautiful. Exhale, horse pose. Taking a nice squat here, finding your strength. Inhale, back up to center. One more time, hands come to heart, a little squat. And inhale, right back up to center. Awesome. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So we can keep those legs that same distance. And then we're just going to point toward the back side of our mat. So the right toes point directly back. And then we're lifting up off of that left heel as we bend into the right knee. So finding your solid balance here, your depth, as you feel that nice external rotation in the right leg. And square the hips up forward. Feel that nice little tuck in the belly and continue to extend through the left leg the best you can. Let's inhale and reach the hands up high and find your crescent lunge. Beautiful crescent. Gazes forward, belly strong, hips squared. Last big breath. And as you exhale, slowly lower that left heel down to the floor. Check the knife edge of your left foot. And then make sure that the heels are about in line here. Keep the external rotation in the right leg and square the hips and shoulders directly in front of you here. And then reach the arms out to a T. Relax the shoulders and gaze toward your fingertips on the right hand. Beautiful. From here, keep the legs just as they are and slowly begin to drop the left arm as you reach the right arm high. Reverse warrior, gazing up past the right fingertips or tricep, depending on how deep you are in this nice side body stretch. Keep that strong leg. Beautiful. Extend through the right leg as you rise up and into that 5-pointed star, toes out, heels in. Reach those fingertips up high. Back to those beautiful horse squats. So from here, take the hands together and send the knees out as you squat down a little bit lower than that first time. Inhale, rise up back to center. Exhale, take that nice little squat here. Keep that strong core. Inhale up. One more time. Nice strong core. Let's hold in the squat this time for a full breath. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Great job, everybody. From here, let's heel toe that right foot back in. So toe comes in, heel comes in, and then we're at that nice little stance where we can just kind of hop the right foot forward. Bringing the big toes back together or finding your strong stance. Inhale and sweep the arms up high. Exhale and sweep the palms down low, deep to fold. Inhale to a half lift, flat back, lengthen spine. Exhale, plant the palms to the earth. From here, you could bend your knees, send your right leg back, and lower your right knee down to the earth. From here, send your left foot back, and then lower the left knee down to the earth. Go ahead and cross your legs, and slowly walk your hands back as you come down and onto your bottom. And then from here, we'll reach the feet out forward. Bend the knees as you slide the hips forward. Come down and onto your back. Awesome. Slide those heels in nice and close toward the bottom. Try and get to where you can touch the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Wonderful. And from here, we're going to come into a few little flowy bridges. So we're going to press into those feet and then lift the hips up from the floor. Try and find as high a lift as you can. And while you're lifted, think about lengthening out through the spine. So we're kind of growing out of that chest here with the crown. Beautiful reach. Exhale, slowly lower back down to the earth. Beautiful. Let's take two more just like that. Press into those feet, lift the hips up high, lengthen out through the spine. Exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. One last time, press into those feet, lift the hips up high, lengthen through the spine, feel that beautiful connection. Hold for one more breath this last time. And as you exhale, slowly release hips back down to the earth. Let's gently sway the knees from side to side, finding that beautiful windshield wiper motion. Just kind of massaging out the hips in the back here and enjoying that beautiful breath and space. You got it. Last one. And from here, allow the knees just to drop off toward the right side. Take the arms out to a T, and then we're going to gaze in the opposite direction of our knees. So gaze over toward the left, feeling the nice opening in the hips. So that left hip is kind of energetically drawing toward the earth, and the knees toward the earth on the opposite side. We're gazing over at the left fingertips to get that twist all the way up into the cervical spine, up into our neck. Take one last breath. And as you inhale, come back to center. Take the knees to the opposite side as you gaze over toward your right fingertips this time. Awesome. Feeling again that energetic drawing of the right hip. It's going to lift, and that's okay. But just think about it coming down toward the floor. And that way you're slightly using that space. You got it. Gaze over to those right fingertips to give that extra twist. One more big, beautiful breath with a lovely smile on the face. And as you inhale, bring it back to center. Wonderful. From here, let the feet slide down toward the floor. If you'd like a blanket under you or over you, you're welcome to take time to get nice and comfy. If you know that you have extra time for Shavasana and you would like to stick in your Shavasana, then at any point in time you could take pause on the video and give yourself a few minutes. 5 minutes is a wonderful amount of time for Shavasana, just giving yourself time to lay still and enjoy that stillness with the eyes closed and the breath fluid. Otherwise, coming with me, taking a few breaths in our Shavasana, let the palms shine up, let the feet splay out. Close the eyes softly and just feel yourself relax to the earth below. A nice natural and gentle breath as we allow all the muscles to relax from the crown of our head down into our fingertips and all the way down to the toes. once you are ready to awaken from your Shavasana, begin to invite energy back in with your breath, in through the nose. Feel that energy just branching out into all the energetic lines of the body as you begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And bring a soft smile onto the face. Wonderful. From here, slide the knees in a little bit closer, just bending the knees, and then just rocking over to one side and finding your fetal position. And letting fetal position be your reawakening toward the day. As we hold on to the beautiful strength and wonderful spirit of our practice, everything that you gave into your practice, and understanding all that you work toward, and all that you showed, your beautiful light, your strong presence. And once you're ready, with your eyes remaining closed, let's press into the palms and rise up and into a seated position. So coming into comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed, just allowing that sealing of our practice, hands to heart center. Smile, big beautiful smile on the face, and a little bit of face yoga here. That smile is so good for the muscles of the face and the skin on the outside, as well as for everything on the inside. Your smile is a wonderful pain reliever, an amazing antidepressant. It brings that warmth into the body and into the heart. So feel that lovely smile melting down into the heart, bringing joy, and that uplifting feeling bringing strength into the mind. Beautiful. I would like to thank you all for being here and sharing this practice with me today. As always, it is truly a blessing and such a wonderful honor to have this great opportunity to practice with you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and always look forward to having you and seeing you and hearing from you. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. Have a great day, everyone. Namaste.